Hey, what's going on, guys? Another week of training here. This is the final bye week leading into the game week of playoffs. So this workout here is the Monday workout. It is a lower body workout. I started with my seated vertical jumps, max effort. Felt pretty poppy on those, so I was very happy with that. I did a bunch of working sets with 315. I think I did triples, so 5 sets of 315 total reps. Then I backed it down to 295 and did somewhat of an AMRAP with it, even though I still probably had 2 or 3 reps left in the tank if I would have wanted to die that day. But that's going to kind of be my strategy with the back squats moving forward, after the season is over, in terms of building them up, is trying to get those certain weights, be it 275, 295, 315, to certain rep ranges that would, in theory, correlate with a higher 405 plus back squat max. So it's a different approach than what I've ever done before with it. Much less exposures to the heavier weights. And we'll be interested to see how that carries over. When I was done with that, I moved on to my clean pulls here. I think I did 8 total reps at 295. You guys will see 4 of them. I then moved on to hang cleans. Loving these hang cleans. Lately getting tons of good trap soreness out of them too, which is awesome. This is my front squat accessory that I've been doing. Running up, would like to get 225 plus on that. I did a little bit of single leg work when I was done with that, which you guys won't see. On to the next day here, Tuesday, which is a upper body day. I started with the pin presses, so right above the chest on the incline, worked my way up to 225 triple. I was happy with that. Then I backed it down. I did 185 for, I believe I got this 10 times here, which I was pretty happy with that as well. You guys have heard me drone on and on about the benefits of pin presses and that good concentric power you get out of them by eliminating the stretch shortening reflex, so I'm not going to drone on about that. Here's some chin-ups. Find it interesting still, you guys might or might not be able to see it, that the left shoulder is depressed slightly. So the brain is still biasing a lot of the power towards that right side in pulling movements. Only pulling, not pressing. So it's telling me that brachial plexus stinger is maybe 80-85% healed, just in time for me to get smashed again in the playoffs. Life of a rugby player, right? But did some dips there, did some chest supported dumbbell rows, really focusing on squeezing the shoulder blades together here, making it more scapular retraction oriented versus lats. Moved on to my high rep tricep pushdowns here. You guys know, trying to get arms so massive, bulbous, husky, that Southwest Airlines tells me, you're going to have to buy 2 seats on the plane, and that would be a victory for me. I was done at this point with upper body day. The day after, I did some bicep work, standalone bicep work, which is definitely something new for me. It's something I'm going to be doing, though. So trying to get some heavier, easy bar curls here. It's just a 45 on each side there. Nothing too spectacular. Threw the belt on, so my dumbass didn't hyperextend my low back. I did some back off volume here with 35 on each side. Did a bunch of volume with this. I think I did 4 sets of 8 plus on this. You guys will see the 1 round of that. When I was done with the curls, I moved on to some forearm work, which again is something brand new for me. But after talking to some of my pals, I would agree that a lot of stuff starts in your hands, and a good strong grip, like I've said many times, is very, very important for rugby. So it'll be good for a lot of different things. Did my neck harness extensions. Then I did some core work, not on tape. This is Thursday, my practice day. So this was about an hour before I drove to practice. A little bit of a potentiation here. So Did a couple of doubles with 365 in the deadlift, immediately followed by these like hurdle hop to jump type things. Then did a couple doubles with 315. Then I did some push presses, which felt very unstable at the top on the left shoulder. Again, my theory on that is probably stinger related. Brain not wanting the scapula to be where it needs to be for whatever reason. I went to Friday here. This was the day right after the practice. I had debated what I wanted to do, and you guys know that squats are very near and dear to my heart, so just decided to do a squat day. This is 335, so I think I did a few doubles with it, triples. Maybe I did more than that. I can't really remember, to be honest with you, without looking at my training journal. No, this is 315 here, actually. So that was it. That was a set of 6 there with 315, and then my AMRAP was with 275. And this one I sent it. So I got 12 reps with it. I think if I would have wanted to die and be buried in the garage gym that day, I probably could have got 14. But yeah, very, very close to the limit on that. So that was in a fatigue state, 12 reps at 275. I'm very, very happy with that right now at this point in the rugby season. And that tells me that if I had to do a full send, I'd probably get 370, 375-ish in a back squat, which would be dope. I want to get up to a 405 back squat. I believe that'll have very good carryover to my 315 clean goal and my further deadlift goals. So I do think the back squat has a very, very good carryover. I don't think it's as magical as some people think it is, where it's going to make you better at everything. But I do think that building a bigger back squat is always a good thing if you can do it safely. When I was done with those back squats, I decided to go to some cleans in a fatigue state. Obviously, that's not optimal for my clean, but it is optimal for rugby. So repeat power outputs in a fatigue state. Did tons of doubles here at 245. Happy with my footwork on all of these. Slight shuffle out, landing in a really, really good position, getting good full extension. Then I did a quote-unquote back off with 205. Did tons and tons of power cleans with it. You guys will just see the 5 on that. The next workout that I did here was a push workout. I did triples at 225. I did 3 triples at 225. You guys will see the 2 of them here. Pause on the chest. You guys know that's the block I'm in right now. Pause on the chest incline or the pin presses. So would love to get 3 sets of 5 pause on the chest with 2 1/4, and I'm a ways off. I did my AMRAP with 185 normal reps. I think I got it for 10 or 11. Again, happy with that. Shoulder feels fine with this, which is really weird. No weird weakness on the left side or anything with incline press, just the pulling. So when I was done with the incline press, I moved on to some single arm landmine seated press. This is something I put clients on all the time. I think it's super unique when you sit down and do this. It takes all of the hip drive, hip pop out, so you have to make it more of a strict press. Again, I don't believe it's magical in nature to do it unilaterally or anything like that. I honestly just wanted to compare sides and see how the left felt. Then again, Jeremy, if you're watching up to this point, you love that Bozu ball, so I went ahead and did some push-ups on the Bozu ball just for you. Pause at the bottom. Sets of 15 on that. I supersetted that with some full range of motion lateral raises, good old Lou raises, with 25-pound dumbbells. With all this accessory work, I'm being much more anal about the progressive overload, okay? So I'm not just going and picking up dumbbells and getting a burn or anything like that. I actually want to use heavier weights and this kind of stuff to practice what I be preaching. This was the whole week of training. Sunday will be included in the next week. I'm really excited for these playoffs, man. I've been waiting a long time of my rugby career to make it out of this union that we play in into the Nationals. Hopefully it happens. Thank you guys so much for watching.